Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.
It's time to get educated on your Second Amendment right. It's time to get locked and loaded with Gun Sports Radio. Your hosts, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey, will teach you everything there is to know about firearms, self-defense, and the laws that affect your American right to own and bear arms. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey.
All right, folks, welcome back. You are listening to Gun Sports Radio right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170. We are The Answer. This segment is brought to you by Gun Range San Diego. Boy, I tell you, if you've not been out to Gun Range San Diego, you have totally missed out. 7853 Balboa Avenue in San Diego, 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Go to the gunrangesandiego.com, gunrangesandiego.com. Let me tell you, folks, if you're brand new to shooting, that's the place you need to be. They'll take care of you like family. Maybe you're a professional like Mr. Schwartz. Well, they'll take care of you just as well, right?
Even better.
Even better. And join any one of their groups. You can get your guns clean. You get special invitations. You get all kinds of discounts. Let me tell you what, the Gun Range San Diego is the Nordstrom's of gun ranges, just not the price. Well, it's just Michael Schwartz and I today. Lance Pelkey is heading cross-country in a stagecoach.
Yeah, I saw that. Moving on down to Beverly or whatever, loading up the truck and moving to Beverly.
He's moving someplace. So he's not in today, but that's okay. Mike has got a great show lined up for us. But to start off with, what's new?
Well, at 4:15, we got a very special guest, so I want to put that out there. So
okay. Don't go anywhere.
Grab the family and gather around the radio. So at 4:15, we're bringing on a very special guest. But, yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks. Just got back from Front Sight. I heard the show last week.
Yeah.
And Sam,
your mother-in-law was at Front Sight. That's 70 years old.
Oh yeah, she's in her. I hope I don't get that age. Judith, if you're listening, I apologize. I'm pretty sure she's in her 70s. Let's say she's in her low 70s, just in case. But
Let's say she's in her late 60s, and that way you're dialed in.
Yeah, exactly. But
Lauren will be texting you in about 2 seconds. She'll be ready.
Not a lot of experience with firearms, but
wait a minute.
But wanted to learn.
Stop. What even put it in her head to even do this?
Yeah, well, so we do this charity event every year, and she knew that Laura and I were going out to Front Sight. And of course, she lives in Vegas with her husband.
Okay, that helps.
Who's a great guy, and they've been getting into the shooting sports. Just kind of as fun, but also as a means for protection. They were interested in getting their CCW out in Nevada. So they heard we were coming, to the event, and they said, "Hey, we want to do that too." And Laura and I kind of looked at each other and said, "Okay, that sounds awesome."
Yeah, come on out.
And I got to tell you, she did it. Doug did great. She did it, and it was, I don't want to miss. It was a struggle for her. It was something that was new.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Something she'd never done before. But she did all 4 days of shooting.
Really?
Stayed a fifth day to go through the classroom section and get her CCW. This was something brand new to her, a new set of skills, a new step, something she'd never done before. Very inexperienced. Basically, this is about as close to somebody who had never touched a gun before. Showing up to a class as you get. I mean, she'd shot once or twice.
Yeah.
But really only once or twice, and she did it. I mean, she made it through, had this huge sense of accomplishment, 8 hours a day for 4 days, loved it.
Most people can't go 4 days. I mean, you guys, we've all talked about it. I have not gone, but you guys have come. I mean, 3 days, you guys are wiped.
For 8 hours a day. I mean, and there's a lot going on.
That's what I'm saying.
There's seminars at lunch. There's seminars after. You're shooting all morning. You're shooting all afternoon. There's instruction. It's a lot.
You go through a few rounds of ammo too, right?
Yeah, something like 600 rounds over the course of 4 days. So it's a whole new. You're learning something brand new, step by step. I mean, they break it down. The first thing they do on day one is say, "Hey, this is a gun."
Right.
From the
bullet comes out this end,
right. So, and she did it, and I'm so happy and so proud of her. She went through the whole course. She took the test at the end. There's a test on the fourth day in the morning. She took the test and completed the test.
Passed the test?
Well, there's a couple different levels of the test, but she made it through the test. That's what's important.
Wow.
There's a really high-level distinguished graduate, and then there's kind of a mid-level graduate, and then there's just, completed the test. She completed the test, which is awesome. She got, shots on target, and she knows how to pull a gun from concealment, get her eyes on the sights, get the sights on the target, and get a bullet on the target safely. She knows all the safety. It was amazing. It was really, really neat.
Were you amazed how well she did?
I was very impressed. On day 2, like I said, she was kind of struggling. She was kind of, it was brand new, and we gave her some extra work. And but day 3, man, she did great. She did really well. Of course, Sam was there, and 19-year-old kid, and he.
By the way, folks, if you don't know who that is, that's his nephew that calls in, and we try to stump him every single show, and I think he's only got 2 wrong.
Yeah.
Since what? Last
20.
year?
He kept reminding me of his record because it's outstanding. It was like he's like 24-2 or something like that.
He's such a great kid, and he looked like he had a blast because that was his first time out.
He did have a blast. He loved every minute of it.
Except
it was so
you
great.
Couldn't convert him to a Glock. Because he is not a Glock fan.
Well, like I said, he is a pragmatist. So he understands. Hey, Glocks go bang when you pull the trigger.
But I like my gun.
He likes it. I forget. He wants like a Ruger. He wants a Ruger. I forget.
Yeah.
But he's all ready to go, man. He's all fired up. So,
is your mother-in-law going back next year?
I think she's going to go back like next month. She's so excited.
Really?
Yeah, they really they just love it, and of course they're right there in.
So Front Sight's not just a once-a-year thing.
No, they have classes pretty much year round. I think they close right around Christmas, and they close at the really hot part of the summer.
So frontsight.com would be the way to go, probably.
Yes, yep. They have all their classes listed. So
okay, so Lance isn't here. How'd he do?
He did great. He did great. He was all wrapped up. He looked like a ninja.
I know. What was with all that?
I mean, it dipped below 60 degrees, so he
bundled up.
He bundled up. I was out, and I was, polo and shorts.
Yeah, I cracked me up, man. He looked like he was. I just watched American Sniper last night, and he was the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
Lance has got all his headgear on, his glasses.
Couldn't tell which side he was on.
Nah, well, there's that. There was that too. Yeah, that's it itself.
It was great though. We had a really great time, and they raised. I don't know. He didn't post the final amount yet, but we raised. I'm going to say it's safe to say we raised tens of thousands for cancer research.
Yeah, and that's one of his main gear. Now, they had raffle prizes and things. Did you win anything?
No, I didn't win anything. San Diego County Gun Owners donated a Glock 19 to their raffle, and I know it was a bunch of people were walking away with smiles. So I know there was a lot of people that won stuff. I didn't. I wasn't able to. But yeah, that's just one of the things. San Diego County Gun Owners, one of our goals is to build the Second Amendment community in San Diego. That's just one of the things that we support. Another thing that we have coming up is on of course, we have our gun prom, which we've talked a lot about. Go to gunprom.com. It's our Second Amendment celebration dinner. It's coming up on May the 4th. Buy a seat. Hurry up. There's only a few weeks left to buy a seat. And then in June, on June 30th at 1 p.m., it's going to be San Diego County Gun Owners Day at the Padres. We're going to go see the Padres play the Cardinals.
When is that?
That is June 30th.
Sweet.
1:10 p.m. And if you go to our website or sign up for our email, tickets are $31. We're trying to sell at least 20. I'm sure we're going to blow right through that, but basically it's going to be a whole section of San Diego County Gun Owners members. And we're going to get Ted Leitner to say, welcome, San Diego County Gun Owners.
All right.
So that's one of the many things that we're doing. So it's important to why is it important? When you kind of talk about, well, gee, Mike, why is it important to go to a baseball game for the Second Amendment? Mm-hmm. It's these kinds of events that bring the community together so that we can have the victories that we have. When we're able to go and talk to elected officials and say, hey, we represent, hundreds and thousands of people, that's better than dozens. So, a lot of these things are really important. We need people to be involved. Yes. We need people to get involved, not just doing the phone calls and the emails and writing letters and showing up at city council meetings. All that's crucial, but we got to show up and we have to be a community. So we're putting together all kinds of different ways for us to do that. Okay.
Hey, let's take a quick break because I want to find out who the special guest you got hiding in the wings right here on Gun Sports Radio. FM 96.1, AM 1170, The Answer. folks. Hey, welcome back. This is Gun Sports Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170, The Answer. I'm Dave, and he is Michael Schwartz. He is our co-host today. Lance is out driving cross country. Hey, folks, have you been dragging your feet making your AR rifle California legal in recognition of the new goofy gun laws? Well, if you want your AR to have a pistol grip, telescoping stock, foregrip, and still have a detachable magazine, check out Cali Key. Whether you're buying a new AR or need to make your current AR compliant, Cali Key is a cost-effective, easy solution that will allow you to keep your AR compliant and future-proof your AR from all these terrible California gun laws. Keep your entire AR collection intact at a price you could afford with Cali Key. Check them out. That's CaliKey.com, KALIKEY.com. One more. Hey, do you or any of your family keep a taser, pepper spray, firearms, or other weapons? What would you do if you got pulled over by a police officer and got arrested? Who's going to take care of bail and an expensive lawyer cost? You. But for $10 a month, actually less than $10 a month, you can join Firearms Legal Protection. And you can get 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, with a hotline and legal representation to help you get out of trouble. That's firearmslegal.com, firearmslegal.com, or you can call them 469-310-9100, 469-310-9100. Hey, by the way, normally this is John Dillon's slot, but no, it's not. Not until 4:30.
That's right. John Dillon's slot normally.
Yeah, is this normally his shot?
Yep.
Okay.
He can't make it. He's working on his briefs.
Well, if you need it, these lawyer people. Gasky, Dillon and Balance, LLP, CAFirearmsLaw.com, CAFirearmsLaw.com. That's your representation if you get yourself in any kind of trouble. And if you belong to FirearmsLegal.com, guess what? You might get John Dillon as a lawyer. All right, who you got in the wings, son?
All right. So last week we had a very special political guest here in town in San Diego. And I asked that. So we have a very special guest on the line here.
Is it the same one?
Well, big surprise here. Are you ready, Bernie? Are you there?
Michael, I am here. Thank you for having me today.
This is awesome. Thank you so much for calling in. It's an honor to have you, Bernie.
Listen, Michael, it's an honor to be here. Thank you very much for having me. I'm so happy to be talking to the very best government-run state in the Union. You people in California, if I may say, you really know how to run a state.
Bernie, I don't know about that, Bernie. I mean, you really think that California is well-run? You really think California has a well-run California?
Yes, absolutely, yes. It's a socialist paradise. No, wait a minute. What am I saying?
What are you saying?
It's a democratic socialist paradise.
Yeah.
But there's still much work to be done.
Well, what can we do for you here on Gun Sports Radio? What made you call in today?
Yes, okay, thank you. This is an excellent question. As you are probably aware, I am running for a very important public office. I am running a campaign for this office. And as big a fan as I am of California laws and tax policy, they have horrible gun laws. I want to help you change this.
What? Really? You, Bernie Sanders? You want to help us change the gun laws?
Yes, absolutely. I don't want to live in a world where people's Second Amendment rights are being trampled as they are in California. As president, I promise to restore and protect your Second Amendment rights, your constitutionally protected Second Amendment rights in California.
All right. Well, so that sounds good, Bernie, and I appreciate that, but how?
Well, I have seen the amazing job that the San Diego County gun owners has done. Everybody in Washington has seen this, and it's all the talk of the town here in Washington. Therefore, I'm asking the San Diego County gun owners to endorse me for President of the United States of America. As President, I will allow shooting on public federal lands.
Well, San Diego County gun owners already did that. We already fought and got, shooting on public lands allowed. We already did that.
Okay. Okay, well, I will force the sheriff to issue concealed carry permits.
San Diego County Gunners already did that too. We worked for years. We put political pressure on the sheriff of San Diego County. We worked with his office. They've actually been really great. They've issued hundreds over 1,000 in the last year. So San Diego County Gunners, we already did that too, Bernie.
Listen, Michael. I want San Diego County gun owners' endorsement. It's the only way I can get elected. So there we have it.
Well,
I need you people.
We only endorse on the local level, Bernie. So city councils, school boards, sheriff. We can't endorse in the presidential race. It's actually against regulations. We can only endorse.
Michael, listen to me. I am tired of all of these ridiculous regulations. Can't we all just live free from government intrusion?
Well, all right. Look, Bernie, I appreciate you calling in. I don't think we can help you. Call back another time and let me know what you can do for us. Maybe we can arrange something, but I appreciate you calling in.
Michael, I need your support, and I am begging for the support of you and your organization. I thank you and will call back.
Thanks, awesome. Bernie. Appreciate it, man. Be safe.
Be safe as well.
All right. Well,
you
got pull.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. You definitely got pull.
Guys in town, I said, hey, we got to get this guy on the road.
I know.
Clearly.
Well, I should have told him, too. If he can come up with a plan to take guns away from the criminals first, I'll give him my gun.
Well, yeah, and
really,
you and everybody, right? I mean, it's always.
But nobody's saying this.
They're not saying that, and there's actually, we're 1 year away from an election here in March. By the way, anybody listening, that might not have actually been Bernie, just for all legal reasons.
You don't think?
Well, it might not have been. But moving on, there's a huge election coming up. Huge election year, 2020 is going to be extremely important, and there's actually a lot going on locally. Yeah. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but the San Diego City Council, they had 4 people running. On the Republican side, you had a guy named Noli. You have another guy named TJ. Fantastic guys. And on the Democratic side, you had Beezer. Okay, and he was actually on the San Diego City board, San Diego school board. And then you had Wendy Wheatcroft, and Wendy Wheatcroft is actually the volunteer organizer for Moms Demand Action, which is an anti-gun group. And they're running for city council. This is a huge seat in the city council. Last week, it turned out that Beiser, who was on the school board, had some, we'll call them Me Too issues.
And he's not doing it.
He's going to get forced out. The Democratic Party actually said, hey, you know what? We're asking you to step out of the race. We're actually asking you to step down from the school board.
And go away.
Yeah. By the way, TK, not TJ. TK, my buddy TK is running as a Republican. So Noli and TK are running on the Republican side. So Wendy Wheatcroft is still in the race. And, Beiser's actually probably out of the race. But
if he walks.
If he walks, exactly.
They normally don't.
Exactly. But
hey, can I ask you a question? Duncan Hunter, he's still in office, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Still in office.
I heard somebody say that he was taking his place.
No.
Okay, good.
Not only is he still in office, he's going to sponsor a table at Gun Proms. He'll be able to meet him.
He's such a great guy.
He's done a lot to help us.
Yeah.
But in this San Diego race, there's a guy named Nate Fairman who's actually he's a union rep, and he's rumored, he hasn't announced yet, but he's rumored to be stepping in to take the place of Beiser, which will actually, I believe, not only will he be the Democratic front runner, but he'll probably be the front runner in the race.
Oh, really?
And we don't know where he stands on guns yet. I know he's a union rep, and those union guys love their firearms.
Have you reached out to him?
We're in the process of reaching out to him.
Right.
But what's important is about this race is that Wendy Wheatcroft, who she's what she's known for is being an anti-gun activist, and a pretty extreme one. Mm-hmm. Not just gee golly gosh, we need bad guys to go through background checks or whatever. I mean, she really is called for.
She'd come to your house and take your guns if she could get away with it.
Absolutely, called for no less than the absolute ban on firearms. I mean, she's really an extremist. So much so that even Democrats who would be considered pro restrictive gun regulations even think she's too extreme.
Right.
She's really, really kind of.
Hasn't she done any research on cities and towns and countries that have banned guns 100%?
I'm not sure if she's done. I've listened to some of her statements. I'm not sure she's done any research on anything. I mean, she really is bad news when it comes to guns and public policy. I don't think she should be anywhere near power.
Well, that's my point, but yet for some reason people are drinking the Kool-Aid and they're listening to this rhetoric. And what they got to remember, promises are made by politicians all the time until they get into office.
Right.
So that's the other thing that you got to watch for is people that say they're going to do something are really going to do it.
Well, and Beiser, I'm glad to see him out of the race, but even he put out a Union Tribune op-ed basically saying, hey, we need to get rid of guns. I mean, he was trying to anti-gun her, and now
I see.
Yeah, he's most likely out of the race. Meanwhile, like I said, you have TK and you have Noli, both, fine, both fantastic on firearms. TK in particular has been to a bunch of our events, big supporter of San Diego County gun owners. We haven't endorsed in the race. But let's say Wendy wins. Let's say she comes out of activism and wins, and now she's that's a pretty powerful position in the county as the city council member in San Diego, and then maybe goes on to Sacramento or Washington D.C. Everyone's going to say, "Well, gosh, how did this happen? How did this anti-gun person get elected?" It's because good people, sat by and let it happen.
Right.
So
it's no different than Newsom. People are talking about it to this day. Oh, my gosh, he's going to tax water. He's going to do that. How did that happen? What do you mean, how did it happen?
Yeah.
It's when you put the X next to his name.
Yeah, how could anything else have happened? You know what I mean? If people don't get involved, raise money and volunteer their time, their dime or their time.
Right.
That's what people need in politics.
Right.
You really have to. I tell people this all the time. I was actually very honored to be a speaker at the Libertarian Party's annual gala, which was fantastic. And my main message was that in politics, you have two things. You have people and you have money. That's it. Even the worst ideas can get elected if they have enough people and enough money.
Boy, isn't that the truth?
And the best ideas will never get elected if they don't have any people and don't have any money.
That's right.
So that's it. That's what we got to concentrate on, is making sure that people like Wendy Wheatcroft, and I don't know how this other guy stands on Second Amendment issues, but making sure that they aren't successful in their campaigns.
And right now, all the money is on the wrong side.
Well, and we're trying to change that, but you're right.
A lot of money is on the wrong side.
San Diego County Gunners, we do a great job. We raise money through membership. We raise money through fundraisers like our Second Amendment celebration dinner, and we're still outspent.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
It would take you 5 years to be able to compete with the other side's one day.
Well, we're trying.
It's that bad. It's bad.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But we're getting there. We're getting there. You know? 3 years ago, we had nothing.
That's right.
So it's come a long way, baby.
I know, and we're going to continue to do so. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, a whole lot more right here on Gun Sports Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170, The Answer. Folks, welcome back. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio. I'm Dave. He is Michael Schwartz, San Diego County gun owners. And this is FM 96 in North County, AM 1170 in San Diego. We are The Answer. Hey, folks, have you been dragging your feet making your AR rifle California legal in recognition of the new gun law? Well, if you want your AR to have a pistol grip, telescoping stock, foregrip, and still have a detachable magazine, check out Cali Key. Whether you're buying a new AR or need to make your current AR compliant, Cali Key is a cost-effective way to get that AR up to snuff. Keep your entire collection in top-notch condition and legal with Cali Key. Go to CaliKey.com, KALIKEY.com, KALIKEY.com. All right, hey, this segment is brought to you by the Gun Range San Diego, located 7853 Balboa Avenue. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 10. It's only off a couple of holidays, I think Christmas and Thanksgiving and Casey's birthday. But other than that, that place is open 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Go to The Gun Range San Diego, The Gun Range San Diego. You can see all of the benefits and features available by going down there, whether you're wanting to go pick up 1,000 rounds of 9mm for $200, or you need clothing, or you need training, or you want to get a CCW. or you need your gun worked on, they got a great gunsmithing guy right there on the premises. You can't beat it. I call it the Nordstrom's of gun ranges, just not the price. Hey, we got Casey on the line. How's it going, bud?
Living the dream down here. It's a beautiful, sunny San Diego day.
Kind of wishes you had an outdoor range, huh?
I do at my house, but who's bragging around here?
Not you. So is it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. We're actually, usually when it comes sunny days like this, after we get a lot of rain, it kind of slows down. But we're actually keeping very, very steady in here, so it's keeping us busy.
Wow, that's great. So what's new at the gun range San Diego?
Well, we got a big old sale on ammo, as you heard. We have 1,000 rounds of 9mm for $195. We also are doing 500 rounds of 45 for $149. And then 1,000 rounds of 223 for $249. Or $349. Ooh, almost slipped that.
Boy, you almost got
it for 1,000 rounds. I know.
Boy, there goes your commission.
Other than that, it's coming up on our little range season, so we're going to start cycling out some of our range guns. So we'll be announcing that pretty soon of what guns we're going to be having at a screaming sale.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about the range guns just for a moment. I mean. Mm-hmm. It's like a car. When I like to get a press car, we drive it till it gets 1,500 miles on it, maybe, or actually take it back 2,000 miles, and then they get rid of it, because they want to circle it out. You guys do kind of the same thing with the range guns?
Yes, absolutely. Once when it comes down to like the more popular ones, like the Glocks and SIGs and stuff, we'll cycle them out every probably about 6 months. Sometimes it'll be a little bit longer just because these guns are just used constantly. Mm-hmm. Are they broken down? Absolutely not. But we want to sell them before they ever get to that point, And we'll just cycle them out. They work fine. We'll go through, do all the P's and Q's on it, checking everything out. And then we'll just get a new gun in there, and it makes up room for some of the newer models that come out.
That's cool. So you guys, so your fleet of rentals, you guys sell them used and patch them up, throw some new tires on them or whatever, and then sell them.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome.
Ones that'll be on roster and stuff like that, yeah. So we'll have that list coming out pretty soon. So wait for our social media announcement. We'll get a whole list of what we're getting out there.
So let me ask you this, Casey. Again, going back to the car mentality, when you buy a gun from the rental fleet, like you said, you guys go through it from one end to the other, replace any broken, wore out, anything necessary. Does it, and a consumer buys it, does it come with a warranty?
So it'll still have the factory warranty on it, but there's, it's going to be like a used car.
Okay.
There's only so much you can do. But yeah, it still has a factory warranty, like the Springfields and whatnot. They still have their lifetime warranty on it.
No kidding.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, so Springfields transfer around everywhere.
I'll tell you just a real quick story. My very first gun was a used Glock 19, and after, I'm going to say 10 or 15,000. I was about to say miles. We got to get off the. Get out the car. Get out of the car. After about 10 or 15,000 rounds, the spring, one of the springs broke, and I had no idea what to do. And so I actually sent it to the factory, and they cleaned it up, replaced it, and sent it back in a brand new Glock box for me. So I got to tell you, the customer service in the gun industry is outstanding.
Yeah, well, it has to be.
A lot of them will be doing that, because a lot of times it's harder to get some of the parts around here, waiting ordering it. And if you just contact a lot of the manufacturers, a lot of them have really good customer service. They'll be like, hey, send it to us. We'll get it cleaned through. Some companies will even reparkerize them or recoat them. I know Walter's one of them that does it. HK also. If you contact them, they can do some reparkerization. If you have any scratches or anything, they take care of it.
Wow.
There's a lot of cool stuff. If you just reach out and talk to them, I mean, what can it hurt? They say, no, okay, well, I'll just find the part elsewhere. But a lot of times they're like, yeah, we got you. Oh, here comes a spring for you.
And if the customer doesn't want to do it, you'll do it.
Yep. We can get all the parts and accessories they need in here. And then we have our armor Alex. He can do a lot of good stuff in here. If anybody has any issues or anything with their stuff, just give us a call. We're more than happy to give you, what information you need or what direction to go for there.
And, we haven't really talked about your gunsmithing department at the gun range San Diego. So tell us a little bit about it.
So a lot of it, we have Alex he's going to be our weaponsmith in here. We can do a certain amount of stuff, chained sights, basic parts, mounting optics. We can do a lot of stuff like that when it comes to, doing like slide cuts and extreme labor and stuff like that. We just don't have the parts in the room to do it.
Sure.
There's only so much we can do, but we know other avenues of which way to send places. But, if it's small things, or even if it's something that you're not sure of, give us a call or bring it in, and we can take a look at it and see if it's something that we can handle.
Yeah.
And from there, we have our revamped armor system, so we go through all of our, all the checklists of it. So when we take it in, it's all by the books and everything. So we're not messing up any serial numbers, nothing like that. Because that is what a lot of gun stores can get hit on is, when they're doing the armory and stuff, if you're not taking in the guns correctly, sometimes bad things can happen with serial numbers getting mixed up, and there's just chaos all around. But we take care of everything like that. That is not something we will mess up.
Yeah, you guys do an outstanding job across the board. With new folks, with gunsmithing, I get so much good feedback on. People said, "Hey, I went to the gun range on Balboa the first time. Their range was so nice and clean. Everybody was so friendly." I think I can't remember if I told you, but 2 weeks ago, some friends of ours went there for a birthday, and never shot before. I mean, they were all totally green. And they said, "Yeah, we're thinking about going to the gun range San Diego on Balboa. What do you think?" I said, "Outstanding. Yeah. Go, tell them you're new. Let them know you're totally green, and they will take care of you." And you guys did exactly that.
Hey, Casey.
Absolutely.
Hey, Casey, I got a gentleman just called in, and I just told him to text me the question. And his question is, he thought the high-capacity magazine ban was challenged in court and put on hold. Has a decision been made?
No, it hasn't been. It's still on hold. There's nothing that we haven't got any word about it.
Okay.
So we're still just kind of waiting on that too. That whole area, when it comes to the DOJ and whatnot, they'll put out a ruling on it, but then we have to we'll listen to the other, I can't remember what's the other guy that talks with us, the lawyer.
John Dillon.
Yeah. So you go through all this, like the DOJ will put out, hey, this is what we deem, and now we have to go through and pick it apart and trying to figure out what exactly are they meaning? It's the same thing with how AR pistols used to be and whatnot. So it's trying to go through that red tape and figure out, okay, what do you mean DOJ? Is it legal? Is it not? What aren't you telling us? So as far as I'm aware right now, we haven't been told anything.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Check on that. We're keep checking it.
There's an injunction. It's working its way through the courts. There was an injunction. There hasn't been a final decision yet. The injunction means that if you currently own magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, it is completely and totally legal. You are allowed to possess them. You cannot import them. You cannot buy or sell them. The only thing you can do is use them and possess them legally or ship them out of state. There's not been a final decision in court yet, but you're absolutely right. They're totally legal to possess.
Cool.
It's always fun trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do, but now it's just a waiting game. And it's the same thing with the whole ammo background check. People are going up against that, and now we're still sitting here twiddling our thumbs trying to figure out, okay, what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I keep saying over and over and over again, they need to redirect their efforts and figure out a way to take the guns away from the criminals, and then let's talk. But until they do that, leave us alone. Go after the. It's crazy. It's like your lights aren't working in your house, but yet they want to root your sewer system.
Exactly. When it comes to all these gun laws, they don't work. I don't know how many times we have to say it over and over. Me putting a grip fin on my AR isn't going to do anything. It's just going to make me irritable trying to shoot it.
The bump stock was really a good thing. That took care of a lot of problems. Right?
Yeah, bump stock was
Give me a break.
Yeah.
That just shows ignorance. I'm sorry. That just shows ignorance. Yeah. They didn't know what they were talking about, and they banned something that a true gun enthusiast would not have anything to do with anyway.
It's a fear monger. I mean, look at New Zealand.
Yeah, I know.
They just banned all their semi-automatic rifles in a week?
Yep. And now, what's going to happen if there's another? Heaven forbid anybody gets shot. But what happens then? What are they going to do? Then what's their excuse?
Ban crime?
Yeah.
Oh wait.
They're going to make crime illegal.
Oh, yeah, I think that's
killing people's illegal now too. Oh, wow! Imagine that, killing people's illegal. You can't take the cruel intent out of people. If they don't have any guns, they're going to have knives. I mean, look at China. China doesn't have any firearms, but how many knife attacks do they have? And it's not just one or two stabbings.
Yeah,
they'll have somebody go through with a machete in a train station, stabbing hundreds of people before they get put down. You know, if there's a will, there's a way for these people, and it's not a gun issue; it's an ill intent.
Well, you brought up, just out of curiosity, what is the most popular configuration for an AR? You know, there's a bunch of different compliant parts. We talked about the Cali key and a number of other different, AR maglock and cross armory. What's the most popular?
Juggernauts. I would say, well, a lot of the ARs, how they're coming to us now, they'll mostly be in California compliant, and it's kind of split right across the board. Some will do the Cali keys or the Juggernauts. The other ones will go featureless. I run featureless. It's just easier for me because I don't mind having, I have one of the, I forget what company that made it, but they basically make a grip pin with a thumb hold on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And it just gives me a little bit more leverage, and that's how I run it. And it works fine for me. Am I happy about it? No. Am I legal? Absolutely.
And by the way, the gentleman sent us another text. You'll get a kick out of it. He goes, "Thanks, Dave. Appreciate your answering my question. I'm not a felon yet." But he's waiting. Yeah. It's right around the corner.
That's the big thing, with the assault weapons. I'll get real quick. The whole assault weapons ban, they pretty much made everybody a criminal overnight. Yeah. And it's the same way with all these. It's like, okay, is it going to go through? Am I going to be a criminal all of a sudden? Yeah. What's going on? So
need to go get fitted for stripes. All right, Casey, thank you very much for taking time out of your afternoon. Go have fun with the folks, and we'll start sending people to you.
Sounds good. See you guys around.
All right. Hey, folks, we're going to take a little break. FM 96.1, AM 1170, Intelligent Conservative Talk Radio, The Answer. All right, folks, hey, welcome back. You're listening to FM 96.1, AM 1170, Intelligent Conservative Radio, The Answer. I'm Dave. He is Michael Schwartz. And do you or any of your family keep a taser, pepper spray, firearm, or other weapon for personal protection? Do you, or are you planning on getting a CCW? Well, what would happen if you got arrested? When you got thrown in the pokey? How are you going to get out? Who's going to pay the lawyer fee? Who's going to pay bail? Hey, for less than $10 a month, Firearms Legal Protection will take care of all of your problems. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There's a hotline available to you, so don't hesitate. Go to firearmslegal.com, firearmslegal.com, or you can call them at 469-310-9100. Sign up for less than $10 a month. Take the fear out of walking around and being upfront and honest like we all know you will. All right, well, guess what, folks? It is Stump My Nephew, Sam the Gunman, right here on KCBQ. What you got today there, Sunshine?
Whatever you're dealing.
Great answer.
Good answer.
How's it going, Sam?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Going well. Did you hear we had Bernie on? Bernie Sanders?
That was a real interesting guest you guys had on earlier. I don't know how you managed that.
How did we pull that
know how San Diego County gun owners are. I mean, they've got clout, man. All they had to do is, in fact, didn't Bernie look you up? Didn't he call you?
Of course.
That's exactly.
He looked me up.
So what kind of a goofy question have you got for the man today?
All right, Sam. Now we got this one's kind of, I got to tell you, this one's hard. So
they're all hard. I didn't know any of them yet.
Yeah. So buckle up. Henry from Santee wrote in, and he is asking about the Lewis and Clark expedition. They brought with them rifles that were 46 caliber, 210 grain, and they were called I don't know if I'm saying this right, Girandoni or Girandoni, Girandoni, Girandoni rifles. And he wants to know, these 46 caliber rifles, he wants to know how many ounces of gunpowder were used per round in the Girandoni rifle.
Jeez.
Okay, this one is sort of a deceptive one, and we've mentioned this before on the segment. Well, first of all, you would measure gunpowder in grains, a grain being 1/7,000th of a pound. And second of all, 0. They were air rifles.
How do you know that?
I didn't even know that. They're an air rifle. Well, there's no grains in there.
No. How do you know that? How much do you know about that rifle?
That.
So they were, the Lewis and Clark expedition, when they went west.
They used an air rifle?
They brought a bunch of air rifles. Now, these air rifles weren't just BB guns. You could kill a bear. You could kill a bear with these. They were so powerful.
Really?
And the stocks were wood. They didn't have any plastics or anything.
Sure, heavy.
So the stocks were wood. They were hollow, and they would actually pump them up with air. They'd have these pumps that kind of look like, these old-fashioned tire pumps for bikes. They'd pump the stocks up with air. The seals were like oiled leather, and they pump them up with air, and then they would shoot a projectile, far enough and strong enough to kill a bear.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's actually one of our members in town here has he has a very similar version of it.
Are they legal in California?
That's a good question.
Oh my gosh, don't tell anybody more about them.
That's outstanding, Sam. You got another answer in you? I got another question for you.
If you've got another question, I'll take a crack at it.
All right, let's see how you do on this one. Now, this is in honor of how well you did at Front Sight using a Glock, okay?
Your favorite gun.
So, you had what did you have? You had a Glock 17, right?
Glock 17 Gen 3.
Okay, so on the slide of a Glock 17, it is marked 9X19. What does all that mean? What exactly does all that mean?
That's the caliber designation, 9x19 Parabellum. You've got that's the cartridge it uses. You don't want to put the wrong ammunition in there.
But what does the 9 mean, and what does the 19 mean? This is Louise from San Marcos wants to know.
Okay, Louise from San Marcos. Thanks for sending in the question. It's a pretty common one. It's a metric cartridge designation. So the 9 is the projectile diameter, the nominal projectile diameter in millimeters, so 9 millimeters. And the 19 is the length of the case, not the cartridge overall length, the length of the case in millimeters. So you have a 19 millimeter long brass case, or steel if you're using steel cased ammo, whatever, a 19 millimeter long case loaded with a projectile that's nominally 9 millimeters wide.
Did you know that, Dave?
I had no idea, but I don't know any of the answers to any of his questions. See, that's why it doesn't do me any good to come up with a question, because I don't know the answers.
So
if I didn't know that one, I wouldn't trust him with your Glock, Michael.
Yeah.
Trust me, I wouldn't either.
That's outstanding, Sam. That's a very good job. So
you know what? I think you should go shovel some snow. What do you think?
Hey, it's March. The weather you get all year there is finally starting to show its face here.
Yeah, but you still have to go shovel some snow. There's something out there, right?
Gonna have to start mowing the lawn soon.
I just did that yesterday, man. That was the most fun I ever had. I loved it. All right, buddy. Well, hey, we look forward to seeing you out at Gun Prom. Glad you had a good time at Front Sight, and we cannot wait for next Sunday's Stump Sam the Gunman.
Nice job, Sam.
As always, thanks very much for having me on, and thank you, everyone, for listening.
All right, give Bernie a big hug for us, too.
I will.
All right. Oh, that's amazing. Well, it's just, when you stop and think about, like what you were talking about earlier, all the, these, because you always said we got to stop the cancer at the base of the tree, and that means local government. We've got to put the right people in place.
Yep.
We just have to.
And the advantage we have is our side. It's a lot more fun shooting a gun than it is to ban it.
That's right.
And so, we get together and we have trivia and we have, training and events, and we have a ton of fun. Well, and at the end of the day, we're doing a lot of good.
How dollar-wise is this industry?
Oh, gee. Well, as far as like just it's huge.
The industry itself, owning a gun. What kind of money does that generate for local states, cities? Jobs. It's just insane. It's got to be in the billions.
It really is. And I've actually have thought about commissioning a group to do an economic impact report on just San Diego County.
Yeah, just San Diego County. It's no different than when Toyota left California. That was in the billions.
Right. And what surprises me, especially when I first started San Diego County gun owners and I started going around and talking to people, hey, this is what we're doing, and meeting different folks. you'd be shocked. You have all these industrial parks where they're kind of they're one street over from the retail, and they all have an office and then a roll up garage back. A ton of them are selling parts or doing some kind of manufacturing.
I know.
And I'd ask them, like, gosh, what are you doing in San Diego? And they said, well, this is my home.
Right.
I didn't decide to manufacture and then move to San Diego. This is where I live. This is where my family is.
Right.
And they start doing manufacturing and assembling and that sort of thing. There's a ton of Second Amendment gun industry in San Diego.
And some of it is like light ear protection.
Yeah.
They're down in Chula Vista, National City,
Yep.
and they make ear protection for the gun industry and others. Well, there's another complete business with a complete array of employees. The fingers of this industry are multitude, and it's just
right.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Well, we're the quicker we all come together and start working together and marching to the beat of the same drummer,
right.
the quicker good things will happen. And we've already proven that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for bringing Bernie on. That was absolutely amazing.
Wasn't that great?
That was awesome. And I really want to thank our sponsors, the San Diego County gun owners. Their website, SanDiegoCountyGunOwners.com. Come on, folks, $10 a month. I mean, that's not even breakfast. That's not even lunch. That's almost a pack of cigarettes. You really need to join up. And it's $10 a month, and you get so many benefits. The Gun Range San Diego, amazing gun range. You need to go over there. Tell them you heard it here on KCBQ. They'll take care of you like family. And even if you don't tell them you heard it on KCBQ, they'll still treat you like family. CAFirearmslaw.com. That's John Dillon, phenomenal lawyer. The whole firm up there has just really got your best interests at heart. That's CAFirearmslaw.com. Firearmslegal.com. That's another less than $10 a month deal that you could get and protect yourself. Cali Key, for all you AR enthusiasts, you want to make that thing legal, go to CaliKey.com. And remember, we're on Facebook. We're on Twitter.
And Cali Key just released their new product for the AR-10, all you AR-10 folks.
Oh, so
Cali Key now has an AR-10 product.
Get to that website, CaliKey.com, CaliKey.com. Gun Prom is right around the corner, folks. If you've not been, where is it going to be this year?
Town and Country on May 4th. So Star Wars Day, May the 4th.
I don't have to wear a Star Wars outfit. I could be a Wookiee.
Yes.
I'll come as a Wookiee.
You come as a Wookiee.
You come as a Wookiee. What are you going to come as?
I'll Han Solo, of course.
Han Solo, of course. Han Solo. So, yeah. So, hey, little plug for Leo Hamill. Tell me about this exercise thingy you're doing.
So Leo Fit Labs. If you Google Leo Fit Labs, yep, it is a high-tech gym in Old Town. Leo Hamill opened up this gym, and it's outstanding. It's a quick, effective workout. Check out Leo Fit Labs.
All right, we're going to check you out because you're down there working it out, right?
I'm trying.
All right, folks, we're going to take a break, but we're not going to go back. We'll come back till next week, but you can stay here and hang out with Hannah. Because Hannah, you guys can all have fun. But no, really, the Bug Lady's coming up next. It was a show I did last weekend. You're going to have to listen to it right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170. The Answer.
Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.